Soul Snowman's been asked, who's the face of the NBA? The face of the NBA has been residing in the Bay since he got here. And his name is Wardell Stephen Curry, the only unanimous MVP in NBA history. Take that.
Oh, yeah!
Welcome back to Snowman in the Morning.
Oh, dear Lord, we've had a blast on this show. Thank you very much for joining us. And Droid struck again during the break. Victor, are you... Well, I already know he's sitting down.
What?
Are you braced?
What now?
Fun fact, the Florida Panthers have sniffed 2 Stanley Cups more recently than the Cowboys have even looked at the Lombardi.
Am I supposed to be upset about that? That's a fact. I don't care.
Also,
I'm upset that the rest of the I'm upset that the rest of the group does not care. I'm upset that the rest of the group is saying like, "Oh well, we'll make it next year." I almost slipped. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I caught myself.
There needs to be a Cowboys anonymous group at this point.
I'm upset that the rest of the fan base doesn't care. I'm upset the rest of the fan base is like, "Oh, we'll get them next time. We didn't do anything in the off season. We barely made one move. We're probably not going to do anything in the draft, but we're still going to make it to the Super Bowl." I was upset about that, but yeah, we haven't made it. We haven't won a Super Bowl in 30 years. We get it.
Hi. I'm Vicala, and I represent Cowboys Anonymous. Now, how long that lasts, we don't know. Anyway.
It'll last at least another year.
Staying with the East divisions. We already ripped apart the Jets because we don't know who's going to play quarterback for them. We can't send Mac Jones to him. He's already in Jacksonville, dying on the vine because of Trevor Lawrence.
We already done shredded New England because of Robert Kraft.
Mm-hmm.
How much you want to bet Jacoby Brissett gets the ball quicker than Nathan Rourke?
3-1 odds.
4-1.
Oh.
It's 2-1. Screw that. 2-1.
Yeah,
2-1.
sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. The Dolphins have a quarterback problem with Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
now,
he's got scrambled eggs.
I love you, Tua, but your health is at risk.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like no one is saying that Tua can't play, but just because of his health.
Yeah, the boys got
People are
scrambled
worried.
eggs for eggs now.
People are worried.
Mm-hmm. And
unfortunately, one more big shot probably going to keep him out for good.
Mm-hmm.
More like bread pudding. It's Tua's brains at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And again, not saying that he's stupid or anything, but just this is nothing to play with.
No, it's not.
We've seen the dangers of CTE, not just to the players, but to other people.
Yep.
I mean, we've seen people become dangerous to themselves and others just because the CTE becomes so bad.
Junior Seau, anyone?
Exactly.
Chris Benoit, anyone?
Yep. To the Philadelphia Eagles, since we're talking East divisions.
Okay.
After they collapsed this past year, and they fell
hard.
Yes.
Hard times to the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Thank you. Love that salute. First of all, they signed Saquon Barkley, who can't stay healthy.
No.
So I would think the position of need for them would be running back.
Yeah.
Because you have to have a stable, solid, what's the term I use often, gentlemen? Bell cow running back.
Bell cow, consistent.
That's
another word to use.
And I'm sorry to hate to disappoint Eagle fans, but Saquon Barkley ain't him.
I mean, and they grossly misused DeAndre Swift to the point where now he's a Chicago
God.
Bear.
And he's going to get even more grossly misused. We'll talk Central tomorrow. Talk Central Divisions tomorrow. But wouldn't you think that running back would be the position of need for Philadelphia?
Easily.
Just to have backup for Saquon Barkley?
And to take some of the pressure off of Jalen Hurts. So he doesn't have to run all the time.
Thank you. Get out of my head, Victor. Thank you. But I see no lie. Okay.
No.
There is no lie to be found.
You need that. You need extra help. It's one of the reasons why I think Dak has also suffered, because there's no consistent running back for him. I mean, Zeke,
even when he had a running back, Dak screwed up.
Not only that, but again, like I said, a lot of players were not.
You want to talk about misuse? Thank you for saying that, Victor. You want to talk about gross misuse? Ezekiel Elliott.
I was just going to go there. Him and Tony. And Tony wasn't that great anyway.
Tony Pollard is not a feature running back. Tony Pollard is a kick returner.
Exactly.
Who got shoved into the feature running back position because Ezekiel Elliott walked.
Well, the Dallas Cowboys let him walk. They didn't put up a fight.
Yeah, and New England picked him up, and we couldn't do much with him.
And also look at the Giants. The Giants also need some help in the running game too.
Badly. Now that they've lost Saquon Barkley.
They need mass.
Who's going to want to play in New York?
Great question.
That's a good question.
Shane, do some fishing for me. Look up the top 5 running backs in the draft this year. I'll do some fishing over here myself.
Give me a split second.
Now let's take a look at this. Running back prospects, because there are 2 teams, 3 now in the East of hell. All 4 could use some running back help.
All right, I got him.
Trey Benson out of Florida State is top ranked. Will the Thrill Shipley out of Clemson is ranked number 2. Blake Corum is ranked number 3, and that's an incorrect ranking.
He should be higher.
1. Blake Corum should be 1. Blake Corum should be number 1. And then, a familiar name to me, Frank Gore Jr. out of Southern Mississippi. Here's a greedy pick. What if Frank Gore Jr. somehow lands with San Francisco, which is where Frank Gore Sr. spent the bulk of his years?
I was going to say that. That'd be a cruel irony for him to go back to where his father played and possibly do damage there. Not to mention, you're also going to give some support to CMC.
Yep. When we talk West, I will highlight that's a position of need for San Francisco as running back. I mean, they have CMC, of course, who should have been the most valuable player.
But where's the depth?
There is none.
That's the thing.
Elijah Mitchell is their backup running back, but they need a couple more.
Yeah, because
let's stay in the East. 5th ranked running back is Jalen Wright out of Tennessee.
Okay.
And I'm thinking Blake Corum may go to Philadelphia.
That would be intriguing.
That would be.
And they need to listen. Blake Corum is a running back. Use him. To whomever drafts Blake Corum, Blake Corum should be the number 1 running back in this class.
Yeah, should be.
He should be the number 1 running back in this class. First of all, who the hell is Will Shipley?
No clue.
A versatile player with the ability to contribute at the next level as a runner, pass catcher, and returner. Okay, prove it. Because I sure as hell didn't see it in his days at Clemson. I sure as hell didn't see it. The number 1 running back in this class, to me, is Blake Corum.
Right.
But you know why he's 3rd on this class? He's 5'7" and 205 pounds. He's not
So
6'1" or 6'3" or
stout.
or
He's a
anything like
stout
that.
runner.
he's beefy.
And
yeah,
he's fast.
yeah. He's gonna be kind of like that power runner. That
Mhm.
he's not overly tall, so it's not a really big stride, but you're
Yep.
not gonna be able to stop him. You're gonna put the
Which-
entire line with a gap shoot, and he's still probably gonna bulldoze you.
Which is why I think he's perfect in Philadelphia.
You
Yeah.
know those. Okay, Vic, I'm going to make all of us sound old for a minute. You know those ramp trucks that they had on Grand Theft Auto?
Yes.
Yep.
He's
Yes.
going to be one. He's going to be one of
That's Blake
those.
Corum.
You're not going to stop him.
Yep.
You're not even going to contain him either. 6 through 10 in the running back class goes Ray Davis out of Kentucky, Bucky Irving out of Oregon, and watch Irving climb up the charts.
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me either.
Watch Bucky Irving climb up the charts. Tyrone Tracy out of Purdue, Jonathan Brooks out of Texas, and Braylon Allen out of Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
Bucky Irving, Jonathan Brooks, simply because he's from Texas,
Right.
and Braylon Allen all could shoot up the charts really quick.
That wouldn't
Really
surprise
quick.
me any.
And if the Giants are now in the market for a running back, I say they go get Jonathan Brooks out of Texas.
Yeah.
Good.
Because at the top of this chart, the only one I trust in the top, the only two that I trust in the top 5 are Blake Corum and Frank Gore Jr.
Right.
Those are the only ones I trust. The other ones, prove it. Prove it. Prove it. Just prove it. I mean, as much as I want to see the NFL Combine, I take it with a grain of salt because they're running without equipment.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, how are they gonna prove it? Either through because their college career is done once they apply for the draft. Their college career is done. So all you have is that body work from them. So they can't prove it unless a team gives them a chance and then they go into the preseason and later on the regular season. We won't know anything outside of that.
And they do what the Carolina Panthers did with Christian McCaffrey, which is give him the ball right away.
Exactly.
And subsequently, you do what San Francisco did right away. But the difference with what Carolina did with McCaffrey and what San Francisco did with McCaffrey, they gave him a pass catching package.
Well, not only that, it seems like San Francisco gave him the tools to succeed and set him up for success, whereas Carolina set him up for failure and injury.
Yeah, absolutely.
True.
Next 5 go Marshawn Lloyd out of USC, Jace McClellan out of Alabama, Rasheen Ali out of Marshall. There you go. Keelan Robinson out of Texas, and Cody Schrader out of Missouri. If I look for one of these to climb up the charts, it would be Cody Schrader out of Missouri.
Okay.
Simply because of the SEC pedigree and AP first team All-American. Because when these players get evaluated, they look at their achievements first before they look at what they can do at the combine, and they think about what they can do to offer to their team.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see who actually ends up ending up for Philadelphia because they're going to need somebody to back up,
Jalen.
Saquon. Yeah, and Jalen's going to need a lot of help.
And Saquon.
And Saquon, because Saquon can't stay healthy.
And that's not a job. Backing up Jalen is not a job I would just entrust to Saquon. I would trust it to him and maybe 1 or 2 other running backs.
Saquon can't stay healthy. That's the only knock I have against him. Saquon Barkley cannot stay healthy. And we've seen it the last 4 years.
Yeah.
We've seen it the last 4 years.
Kind of like that AD situation, too. He's a lot like AD in a way.
Don't get me started on AD. Oh, hell. Victor, I hate you for this, but I love you at the same time.
What is it?
I'm going completely off the board. Have a seat, Anthony.
I did not expect it to go here.
Back to the draft in a minute. Anthony Davis. You suck. You can't stay healthy for the life of you. You can't figure out if you want to be a post player or a jump shooter. In which case, you being a jump shooter sucks all kinds of balls.
Yep.
Agreed.
Not wrong.
You don't have the power to be a post player like you did in New Orleans. Why? LBJ.
Oh no. Oh no.
This is turning into a bronze sexual moment.
Not yet, it won't. When you decide, AD, to quit being Joel Embiid and gold and purple and actually use your post game, then maybe, just maybe, the Lakers will get somewhere. Until then, if I were you, AD, I'd run like hell. I'd go up to Jeannie Buss and tell her, let me out of here. And I'll say something I said 3 years ago. Anthony Davis, you should have gone home.
Yeah.
You'd have been more beneficial to the Chicago Bulls than you would have been to the Lakers. Because they already cheated you out of one finals MVP. Who's to say they won't do it again? If they ever get that far. And that's a big if. Now, beat it. Okay. I had to get that off my chest.
Apparently.
Understandable.
Wow.
Back to the draft.
Oh,
okay. The Jets are set and running back with Brees Lightning, a.k.a. Brees Hall.
Yes.
Yep.
The Dolphins are set with Raheem Mostert, and I'd like to think he'll stay healthy.
Okay.
The Bills are set with James Cook.
Let him cook.
Let him cook. Exactly. Which leaves one team in the East that ain't got a backfield.
In the AFC East.
In the AFC East. And unfortunately, that team is the New England Patriots.
Yeah, because we know we need a whole lot of help.
You need an offense.
You're not wrong.
You need an offense and you need an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, you're not wrong. We know Gerard Mayo is going to focus on defense more than anything.
Okay, Shane, you're going to punch me for this, but you know who should have been the coach of the Patriots?
Bill Belichick?
Teddy Bruschi.
I could see that.
Teddy Bruschi. He would have kept that dream alive. Now, I love you, Gerard Mayo, but can you honestly look me in the eye and tell me he's the guy to run that team?
He's not.
Hell no.
Nope.
Hell no.
Absolutely not.
That's like telling Adam Gase to run the Kansas Jayhawks.
That's like telling Mike McCarthy to run a successful offense. We know it's not happening.
And he's had 2 shots at it.
I would say more than 2.
Okay, unfortunately for us, when it comes to New England for the running backs, and we're going to need a whole lot of help, Ramondre Stevenson is listed right now, and that's questionable at best for him. After that, Antonio Gibson. I'm sorry, who? Kevin Harris.
Who?
My point exactly. And JaMychal Hasty.
What?
Exactly.
What?
We need help. We need help.
JaMychal Hasty. So you got 2 former 49ers in the club, and Antonio Gibson and JaMychal Hasty, and they are in an offense where they are not going to see the field. At least with San Francisco, they got some rotation time.
That's true too.
So yeah.
And then you are trusting Ramondre frickin' Stevenson. What is wrong with this picture?
A lot.
What's even worse is I'm looking at this right now, the projected depth charts. You're not going to like who's starting quarterback.
Oh no.
Talk.
Brissett. You want to know where they have Rourke?
3.
3.
3.
Mayo.
You idiot!
Who the made this up?
Mayo.
ESPN.
One of the worst mixes, Kraft and Mayo.
Jesus.
Because Kraft must have his thumb.
So they
on
have
the pulse of the
Rourke
entire
listed.
thing.
Okay, so their quarterback room goes Brissett, Zappy, and then Rourke.
Yep.
Excuse me.
So I realized that I think, even though it's not advertised,
Right.
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it. It's like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, and all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vámonos. Stupid university, where everyone graduates magna cum stupid.
Not
Find the
wrong.
lie.
There's no lie to be found. There's no lie to be found at all.
Find the lie.
It's
That's all I gotta say.
it's one of the single stupidest decisions that I've ever heard coming out of New England.
They're gonna start Jacoby.
They're gonna stick to their guns, though they know that the answer is right in front of their face.
It's Nathan Rourke.
Yes.
Give the kid a chance, will you? That's why he came from the CFL to the NFL
You know-
to get a chance.
But you know what? That's probably why they're not giving him a chance, because he came from the CFL. There's always this really weird stigma about players coming from the CFL.
But still,
You're not wrong.
Like they're just not really good enough to be in NFL. That's why they had to choose the lesser corporation of the CFL, which is not true. We know that, but that's how a lot of these NFL teams look. They look as if there's like like they're lepers.
Yep.
No lie to be found there.
And it's a really embarrassing and disgusting way to look at it.
It is.
Because everybody's got to
Yep.
start somewhere. Those guys just had to start at the CFL. And Nathan Rourke is good. That's the thing. Like we know he's good.
Nathan Rourke is awesome. Nathan Rourke had me watching the CFL the entire season just to see what he'd do in that Lions uniform.
But guess who we're talking about though? Talking about Kraft. Guess what I'm talking about? Gerard Mayo.
Excuse me.
So I realized that I think, even though it's not advertised,
Right.
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it. It's like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, and all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vámonos. Stupid university, where everyone graduates magna cum stupid.
Not wrong. Definitely not wrong.
No.
I need a break.
Yeah.
That's our breakdown of the East divisions. Thanks to Droid for joining us. Ryan McCarthy will join us